User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Good
User joined
evening,
your
everybody.
User joined your channel. User
Hello.
joined your channel.
Hello.
Final EP has been handed out. If you're in group 7 and 8, you are free to leave. You are on backup, so you are naturally supposed to be available if we at some time need you. That's the groups. I'm saying this for the new people. Group 7 and 8 are always the backups group. So if you're in those groups, please don't enter the instance. Then we can't get everybody that's actually picked into the raid and start at 8 o'clock.
User disconnected.
Also, don't forget to sign the rules, guys. It's important.
We just need Salvadoria in, so let's go on trash.
User left your channel.
Also, just after raid today, we will be helping among the modern soul that has some issues signing up for the raid planner. So
User
if you're one of them
disconnected from your channel.
that want some information about the raid planner, please stick around after the raid and we'll help out. Thank you, Maud. See you at 2300.
It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I need to target something first. I need a target.
Right, think we're all here and ready and typed up. So for those of you that don't know my voice, I'm the grumpy one. So I'm usually the captain and guiding you through all the rubbish. So I'm going to assume you guys have been doing a little bit of swatting up, or you've at least done this on heroic and you know the general kind of order. The order we're going to kill stuff in hasn't changed too much actually, with it going from heroic to mythic. We start off in phase 1, we have 2 dominators up. What we're actually going to do is we are going to nuke down the skull one, but we're actually going to stack under the cross one, the red one on the round side, and then when the first one dies, 4 blobs will spawn. They will obviously get kited straight in front of the eye. What we're then going to do is switch DPS to those 4 blobs, nuke them all down in one go, and healers are going to have one hell of a damage spike to kind of get us through, so we're going to need some proper damage output cooldowns and things, so I think Disrepute's going to be sorting that soon. We'll get 1 Death Glare tentacle spawning, hopefully around the red Dominator as well, and then we can burn that down. 4 more blobs, again they get kited back in front of the eye, and then we're going to nuke them down, so the healers will then get a second damage spike, so that'll be the other time they need to pop some cooldowns. We'll then get new ability called Death Blossom. Now if you remember dragons, there were these flowers that had a big red beam flying down to them. We're going to have 8 of those appear on the floor, but there's no ads spawning from them. There'll be 15 seconds from when they spawn to when they go kaboom, and if they go boom and no one stood inside them, then they will do an AoE splash. They'll put a dot on people, and basically that one person or one Death Blossom going off without somebody in it will probably wipe us. So it's basically a wipe mechanic. It just takes 8 people to get in there. So the people that need to get in there are people that aren't kiting ads, or the tank pretty much. Everybody else needs to be getting in there, is the really key important part. So I would like to see people fighting over those Death Blossoms rather than leaving them clear. You don't have to be in it for the duration of the 15 seconds, you just have to be in it about 2 seconds before it goes boom. So if it's spawned on top of some corruption crap on the floor, just stand next to it so we know that someone's ready to jump in, and then jump in, take a couple of ticks on the crap on the floor, and then get back out as soon as it's exploded. So after Death Blossom, we'll then get the typical horror, which we then tank, obviously, and nuke down, stay away from his face. A good idea would actually be to tank it at the Death Glare spawn point, and then any damage from on the Death Glares can be cleaved onto the horror. 2 Corruptors will also spawn. They are always the priority, because they need to die with minimal cast, because they just fill the floor with rubbish and do a lot of damage that the healers will have to try and keep us up through. So we need the Corruptors dead as quick as possible. Then we finish off the Death Glares, so we kind of, we dot them up and interrupt them, because we're actually going to get Death Blossoms and have Ickers running around again. So at that point, what we need to be continuously doing is getting one of the Ickers to the eye, killing it, letting that go boom, and after 4 seconds the next Icker needs to be at the eye and basically ticking to go boom, and we need like a constant routine of Ickers dying, and if we get behind on those Ickers it's going to cause us a lot of problems. So we'll have another Death Blossom while we're dealing with all of that stuff, then we'll get another Death Glare, then we'll get 2 more Corruptors, we nuke all those down, do our normal thing, do a 3rd Death Blossom, and hopefully by that point, and we've chained all the Ickers, we should hopefully then be in doing the tumour. So we'll be in the heart phase. Now the heart phase is incredibly similar, only when the eye explodes it actually takes 33% off of the heart, which is fab. So we only go in on 66%, but he will do corruption patches on both sides of the heart. So there'll be a small little tunnel at the front and the back probably where we can actually stand. He'll do his normal debuff on there, which puts a big circle around you, and then you need to run onto the corruption and spread out as much as you can, but it will disappear quite quickly. When we get the second one of those debuffs, we need to leg it out, because the moment those debuffs go poof, basically the door's going to shut and anyone inside is going to be trapped. So we don't actually spread inside, we run outside, use a speed increase, get outside as quick as we can, spread out outside, door will then shut, and then we'll have 2 Dominator Tentacles spawning. And then we do it exactly the same we did on Heroic, but this time what we're going to do is save Heroism for when we come outside. We're then going to nuke down 1 Dominator, switch to the Death Glares. When the Corruptions spawn, the melee are going to stay on the Death Glares, but all the ranged are going to switch to the Corruptors. So hopefully all of those get finished off. Then, depending on how we're getting on with that, we may either take 4 or maybe 8 of the Ickers to the boss at the same time, annihilate the crap out of them, and have a massive damage spike. But we're going to have to see how that part plays out. That's going to be a bit of trial and error as we go. Then we get the Death Blossoms, then we get another Horror, then we get Death Glare and so on, but the really hairy part of the fight is after we come out from the heart phase. So obviously if we can push DPS so we only have 2 Death Blossoms in the second half, when we go back in, the boss will have lost another 33% health, so it'll be 33% minus whatever we do the first time we go in. We just hopefully need to nuke it down, but there will be some other little tentacles spawning inside that we just need to dot up, interrupt, keep them interrupted, because they do little mind flays on people, and if you get 2 of those on you, you're dead. So we do need to make sure they're interrupted when we're inside, and hopefully just focus down the boss and not worry about them too much. And that's about it, really. I say that's about it, that's loads, but it's just learning it. It is a set routine, it's a set pattern, we know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, we just need to deal with it and practice and learn how to deal with that stuff as we go. So hopefully that's giving people an idea. Best way to learn is by doing, so that's what we're going to do. So quick recap of the start, and I'll talk us through it as we go. We're going to kill the 2 Dominators, left one first, but stacking under the right. And obviously we'll need a healing cooldown when the 4 blobs go boom. Then obviously we switch back to the other side so we can get the Ickers across, second the 4 go boom. Then we'll deal with the Blossom, then we'll deal with the Horror, but we switch to the Corruptors and Death Glares as priorities, and then finish off the Horror after. Okay,
User
so
left your
we'll
channel.
see how we get on with that.
User left your channel.
For the guiding on the blob, does one person get the eye on the bit? Just like heroic, or
What do you mean?
in heroic, person gets a fixed debuff and needs to move to the eye, but now I assume you have to guide them.
Yeah.
Still one person, or do people get...
Well, if there's 4 eyes, there'll be 4 people fixated. So yeah, they will fixate, and that person does need to try and run up to the eye. If possible, we have 2 Death Knights, so hopefully they'll be able to do some grips. I'm not sure if the Shamans are going to be able to do many pushbacks. So we're mostly going to be relying on people kiting it to the eye. I'll mark one up with a skull, and that'll be the one I want taken to the eye quickly. And I'll try and mark a second one up with a cross. So if a cross appears on your Icker, you need to be running to the eye, basically to help us get there.
So you shouldn't let them hit you.
No, they shouldn't hit you.
Yeah, you've always got.
A lot of shackle and that going on, but I couldn't really place how that was used or what the point was. Does any of you know?
Well, they're just stopping them so people could have the healers in one.
Yeah.
Like that. They were using them on the phase where you have to run in the dots to stop the explosions. Because I'm just going to freeze them when that happens, just to give people time to move away from them. So
Yeah, I mean,
just
I'm-
snaring them. Sorry, Nick.
that's alright. I'm just kind of relying on people to know their classes and know what abilities they've got that are going to help us out here. So yeah, I mean, if we can slow stuff down, if we can freeze them, stun them, whatever, then please do, because that will just help people. But obviously if it's marked with a skull or a cross, please don't stun it or slow it or anything, because we want it to the eye. We've got to keep them chaining, so we're killing 1 every 4 seconds, because we want the debuff it gives us to drop off before we get the next one. We may be able to cope with 2 debuffs if the healers are really on it, but if we go above 2, other than when we're designating cooldowns to it, it is just going to wipe us, so we've just got to be super careful. So yes, right, let's give this a go. Everyone click ready on the ready check, food and flasks and everything look good. So tanks, let's have a pull timer. So remember, everyone stack under the cross, 1 on pull, but dot up and nuke down the skull 1, so then the Ickers will go straight underneath the boss.
And you need to prepare.
5, 4, 3,
Go spread around.
2, 1.
So we really need to push DPS as much as we can. Okay, kite these Ickers over. Try and get them close to the eye. If someone's got a knockback on them, that would be brilliant. We are going to pop all 4 of
when,
these.
When they die, it's healing cooldown 1.
Any chance we can push these 2? These need to be under the eye. That's it, perfect.
Now,
And all need to die a little bit closer, I think, but... Okay, get the next batch underneath. We're going to need another round of cooldowns. So if you're being fixated, get under the eye. Can we get
What's
under
up?
the eye? Oh, don't worry about them for a sec, let's get these Ickers done. Range can start standing near them.
healing cooldown 2.
Nudge them in if we can.
4, 3,
Make sure all the Death Blossoms are covered now. Someone didn't get in one, I think, or they ran out of it. And we missed with an eye, Anika. Not the end of the world, but that Death Blossom killed us.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1.
They are a priority, we need standing them.
Yep, so let's wipe it up.
Can't kill that many acres together at the same time.
We can kill up to 8. Healers just have to have their cooldowns ready for it.
Yep. And we have planned for that.
As melee, I can't do much just standing under the rights thingy up there. Am I allowed to go over there and help nuke it down?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just run back when you need to grip, and then just kind of preempt the fact you're going to have to run.
Here, with the 2 starting ones, I can't stand under the right one, and DPS the left one with the Dominator tentacles here.
Oh, I'm running to the melee. Really should be going to the skull one.
Okay, cool.
Nuking it down. Its range should all go to the red one and stack, because we can actually then kite. We'll be running over anyway, so the Ickers will follow, and then ranged already.
That's it.
I was standing in one of the blossoms as well. I guess I should stand when I don't have anything to do, right?
Yeah, can do.
Yeah, well,
The problem was it was one right near the back in the middle of the room, and as I turned my camera around, all of them were covered, and then someone ran out of it just as the cast went off, and that was the problem. I just saw this red beam hit just as the cast finished. So yeah, we just need to make sure if you go in it, you stay in it, because otherwise people aren't going to know you're running out of it. So, but we know what we're doing with that first part now, so let's give it a try and get a bit further. And remember, we are pretty much trying to stack so that we can use whatever abilities we have that will keep us alive. So healers have their cooldowns obviously, and we have our own personals, so feel free to use those. Right, let's have a pull timer and go.
Go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Okay, cut them over. Try and kill them all at the same time.
Don't have the Dominator there, so facing all the way, please.
I'm currently solo interrupting this tentacle. I've run out of interrupts now. Excellent. Get those Ickers down. Okay, finish off the Dominator and then get the Ickers under. Make sure we're stacked up. If you're fixated, run to the eye, please.
There's one there in the back.
Yep. Can we make sure we're in a death blossom, please?
Did we miss, or was that for cooldowns? Layers?
Nightmare explosion, I think. Yeah, that was not enough cooldown.
It was a combo of the blobs plus the at the same time the blossoms.
The blossom only did 122k on me. Supposed to be higher if you miss it, isn't it?
Yeah, it should have been pretty negligible.
The blossom,
as
when
long
the
as we're all in
blossom's
it.
covered okay, the red beam coming out of it goes off, is that right?
Yeah, the horror spawns when that big long red beam stops.
No, those blossoms, the 8 that need to be stood in. If someone stood in the cover on it, the beam, there's a red beam coming out of it, isn't there? If that goes off, it's covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, it's okay, it's because I was covering 2, that's all, and they both went off.
Yeah, you can cover 2 with one person if they overlap, but obviously, you know, we can just aim to get 1 in each, that's fine.
No healers missed their cooldown for the second one, because there was quite a significant difference between the first one and the second one.
Something we noticed another problem that I think killed Leleco, and I think we need markers on the tanks, because if you guys put the ground slam towards the tank, then the tank will get the knockback, and people close to the Dominator's tentacles will die. So yeah, the first person who will get back to the Dominator, I mean, will die. So if you get the ground slam, please stay away from the tank.
I'll call out the cooldowns for the healers.
Yeah, this outside phase is the hardest bit. Inside is a lot more straightforward, and the trick's not to panic and just kind of, well, as long as we can keep people alive, we can do something about it. Because it is quite a hectic fight, but just don't lose your head and just focus on the priorities, and it will all get tidied up. Right, everyone hit ready, let's go. So I just suggest a couple of people, range people, just focus on the red one so we can get that one down a little bit faster. I think we're just having a bit too much downtime, Deeps. So Ica straight to the eye. So fixated people, if you do head towards the eye a little bit, it'll make it a little bit easier.
Okay, now we've got all the blobs up.
Oh, a little bit too much then. Right, go for an 8 then.
All cooldowns now. And perhaps we can kill them.
Yeah, we do need to kill them while the cooldowns are up. Right, don't kill anymore for 4 seconds. Yeah, should be. We're gonna wipe. There's not enough people in. There's nobody getting in these death blossoms.
I don't think there wasn't enough people there.
There's only 8 blossoms and there's only 6 people dead.
Wipe it.
Yep, it is wipe.
Right, if not enough people moving to stand in death, also.
I mean, I was in 2 as well, so.
So guys, we're killing one of the tentacles, and then the blobs, and then the other one. Now we have 8 blobs up.
Yeah, it is possible to do it with 8, but we need all 8 to pretty much die identically, because each time a new one dies, it refreshes the debuff, and then the cooldowns wear off, and then we die, which I think is what's happened to a few people. So.
Nice to spell the debuff.
Yeah, I mean at that point though, because obviously people were at the right hand Dominator. Some of it also switched to go and interrupt the Death Glare, so we were a little bit too spread. So unfortunately, Dominator normally Death Glare normally spawns with the Dominator, so you just cleave it down. But it seems to want to spawn on the other side at the moment. We'll give it one more try, and then we might switch them around. We might start with the right one and kill and stack at this left one. But we'll do that now.
Every guide we start with this anyway, just till you get the rhythm of it. So.
Yep. So yeah, let's try again. Let's try not to kill the second tentacle. Get it really low, but kill the switch to the Ickas when they spawn. Start getting them low, get them under the eye, and then finish them off all 4 at the same time. So if we try and get that little routine sorted a little bit better, it'll help us out no end in the future. Yeah, make sure you stood in the circles on the floor from the healers, and then we know that you're stacked up enough for the debuffs and all that kind of stuff. Right, let's have a pull timer and go.
That bid for the flying mode's OP.
Creep up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Icarus to the eye. Let's get him dead. Don't stun him or anything. But can we get him to the eye, please?
Use pushbacks.
Okay, someone stunned them. That's fine. Yeah. Can we have a push into them? That's it.
Then cool down one.
Just interrupt the death glare. Don't bother nuking it. Just interrupt it. We want the tentacle dead next. Death Dominator even.
That was good.
Okay, we're gonna have 6 now, so we're gonna need all remaining cooldowns. Probably a couple of personals. So, if you're fixated, get them to the eye, please. I'd rather you push them under the eye.
2.
Okay, let's be fighting over these blossoms.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that was looking good. Right. Okay, let's start on the horror, but we're going to get corruptors, and I would like everyone to switch to the corruptors. Oh, apart from some melee that are going to go onto the death glares. Corruptors, corruptors, get them dead.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Definitely is next, yeah.
4, 3,
Insanity out of range.
1.
Yeah, we need rolling on these Ickers, so I'm going to start marking them up. We start burning down the skull, and get it under the eye. Don't AoE these down, please. Lift it. Casual cleave. Start nuking the next skull. Can red be getting under the eye, please? You have to make a new skull. Oh, 2 at a time. That's not good. Focus red.
Get Anu up.
Can we get the Ica?
Actually, I'll stop a circle.
4, 3,
We can't get Atheos up, unfortunately.
Keep practicing a little bit.
Yep, finish off this horror now. This should be a little bit of downtime, and then we're going to get some tentacles up like this.
These have to go down white.
Corruptors first, just interrupt the death glare.
You need all cooldowns.
Corruptors,
now.
corruptors, 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 please, come on. There's another corruptor up on the right side. Range, you should be getting up, please. I need more interrupts on this death glare. Let's fight over the boss.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Move them of your guys. Move them to the eye. These should all be at the eye.
Right, do we have any healing cooldowns, by the way?
Yep.
Right, we're going to have to pop them.
Group 1 use.
New
Yeah,
corruptors
always
up.
good.
Got to switch focus to that.
Right, on that second, because we're back to AoE in them, yeah?
No, it should always be one at a time. We just need to keep a real constant go with it. So we are going to need some ranged parked just in front of the eye so they can hit them constantly. And I need to learn to. Yeah, I also need to start marking them up a lot faster.
Why don't you just give that to one of the DKs to do? Give them assist and let them coordinate gripping it in together and just marking it up. And then you can watch the other shit.
Yeah, just macro skull with a grip.
You proc and promote Sargoth, are you okay with that? If I promote you so you can do markers?
Try to tell you to do.
No, it's good, it's a good suggestion. Saves me a job.
Can I, by any chance, stand up at the eye then and just be up there with everything I can, of course?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Really hard doing 2 stuff.
Yeah, obviously just kind of go to the side of the eye and focus on like the corruptors and dominators and stuff that are there within range, and then run back to the eye, do your thing.
Yeah.
So, Proc and Pro, if you can sort out the skull marker, Sadgoth, you sort out the red marker.
Sure.
But do remember that it's important that they die with a 4-second in between them.
So when I mark a skull, Sadgoth should pick a cross immediately, so we know which one to grip next, or...
Yep.
Cool. People still need to run up there, because we have 25-second cooldown on death grip, so we can't do it all.
So, for example, you getting the skull and Sadgoth will be gripping the cross?
Yeah.
Okay.
And marking them. But if you are fixated, please do run to the eye, because 25 seconds, we can only do it, 2 times, and then it's on cooldown for 25 seconds. So.
Yep. So we need to help them out as much as we can. So if they grip it, that's great. If they don't grip it, obviously it's your job to still get them there. So, ready. Ready, check and go. Therefore, I can grab some food. Yeah, that was an improvement though. We got through the first 2 big packs, and then it just needs to be tidied up in terms of the Ica killing. But please focus to priority targets. It's really, really important that we open a can of Warpass, especially on the Corruptors and the Dominator Tentacles. Death Glare just need interrupting, dotting up, and then they'll probably just drop dead of their own accord. But the others need to be really, really focused now. Right, everyone's ready, let's go.
Hurry up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Healing cool +1.
Okay, back under the eye, get the next ones. Try and stay remotely stacked, preferably just in front of the eye, outside the circle. We're going to get 6.
Healing cooldowns 2 soon. And now,
Right, pick the death bottoms, get him. One at the back.
Next. In front. Oh, okay.
4, 3.
Oh, get in them, get in them.
Sorry.
Why are people running out?
When people lied to something just before the things went off, I think Nico might have finished people off or something.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. I didn't see any Icos, so that was weird.
Yeah, that was a shame, because that was absolutely spot on. So,
Put a pin debuff on you, so there's a 4-second delay for the damage killing people.
yeah, they go pop, there's a little explosion under your feet, and then they disappear, and that's when you can run out.
Died after the main group, so that's probably why the healing cooldowns probably wore off as that damage hit.
Yeah, I think that was what happened.
Yeah, oh, it was such a shame though, because that was looking brilliant.
Worth it, man. It's cool.
So yeah, heal it.
Doesn't it say that Death Blossom thingy ended? It does on my. I'm standing still until that happens. You can stand in it, and the red beam goes away, but it's still active, so to speak.
Then people died while they were stood in it. That's why it went.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a bit more healing love, I'm afraid. Sorry to say, healers. We did have one Ica, I think, that went off later than the others, so I think the buff either got refreshed or we just got a new one and everyone was a bit low. So we know the drill now, we know what we're doing. So let's ready, check and go. do seem to be tidying this first part up, which is good, so let's keep going with that and then we'll edge further through.
Alright, quick question. You marking the Mixie or Sadgoth? You want him to mark?
I'd like you guys to mark your own. So you
Okay.
pick one and then you put your mark on it. So I'm not actually going to mark anything whatsoever.
We're not gonna do it with the first 2 packs since they need to be cleaved down anyway.
Yeah, that's pointless, the first two.
Okay, okay.
So that's why it's marks.
Yep. Right, let's go. Full demo.
Yeah.
Five, four,
3,
3, 2, 1.
Right, and get these Ickers dead. Do we need the cooldowns? Keep that tentacle stunned, or whatever while we get the Ickers. Let's do a pack of 4 and then we can do the 2 separately. Okay, whoever's fixated, can you get under the eye, please? Just focus down the low one, just leave the other 2. Get in Death Blossom.
Cooldowns 2 now.
4, 3.
Just leave the other 2, leave the 2, just lightly dot them. That's it, Death Blossom over. Now let's get these 2. Leave it 4 seconds. Okay, kill it now. Switch to Corruptors. Everyone should be on Corruptors and Death Glares. Focus on the skull targets, please. That's the really important part. Just keep the others interrupted. Yep, where's the red one? There should be a red marked one.
I'm dead.
Ah, okay, Sagoth up, please. Burn the new skull. Sagoth, can you mark a red? Yep, good.
One at a time.
Don't kill it until the debuff's gone. Kill it now. Which one's the next one? Can we have them marked up at all times, please?
Get 2 at the same time.
Okay, getting Death Blossoms.
Do you want to take both these now? No.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Right, let's finish off this horror. Need more dots on it, I think.
3, 2, 1.
Just got a nightmare to tank it out of there. Corrupt.
Yeah, I think it needs to be tanked over by the eye a bit more.
3, 2, 1.
We've got Death Glares and Corruptors up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Come, we need the Corruptors down, and 5 seconds, everyone needs to be in a Blossom.
3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right, there's a skull up, guys. Attack it.
And
Who's kiting
please
that?
run.
Miles away. Yeah, if you've got the one that's marked up, and you've got to kite it towards the...
4, 3, 2, 1.
Guys, there's a skull target for a reason.
No, we're going skull red, skull red, skull red.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So everyone should be hitting the skull. Oh. Oh no, we're fine, we're fine.
Tank both tanks again.
Kill the boss.
Nah,
Come on.
It is a wipe, so we can wipe it up. But an improvement?
Someone there? Nah, that thing again on the last.
Yeah, we got 2 stacks of the Death Blossom debuff, which is what started nuking people down. So either people died in it or they stepped out.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, improvement though, but I still think we're slightly making this harder than we need to for ourselves because we're not hitting the priority targets. It's more single target this than AoE, as tempting as it is to just open up your AoE all the time and just burn everything down at the same time. It is more single target, and it is just purely ad management, unfortunately, which is a boring fight. Yeah, so if we don't fail on Death Blossom, I think we'll keep getting further and further, because one fail on that is a wipe, technically, so we just need to tidy that up. Yeah, and just get these priority targets down faster. Like I've said a couple of times now, it's not about getting the death glares down, it's just about dotting them up and interrupting them. They'll drop dead of their own accord. It's nuking down the corruptors, probably even taking the horror down before prioritising the death glares, and just keeping things as tidy as possible.
I think to try and not confuse people too much, I'm not going to put a skull target until the cross is dead, because we're just wired to kill skull.
No, I think people need to learn to switch and go, right, I've just been killing the red, I'm now going to switch to the skull. Because when the red one starts doing its swirly thing, I straight away look for a skull and then click on it and run and get to it quick. So I'm already transitioning before actually red's dead, because we can do that. Right, let's go.
If you're choosing from standing in the blossom and taking hits from the blobs, please take hits from the blobs, because we can dispel you.
5, 4,
Always stand in the blossom.
2, 1.
Quick part.
Okay, get these under the eye, please. Can we pop them under?
Pull down one.
One's not died fast enough.